had just jacked the fucking giant for a bag of magic beans. Police racial profiling, what the fuck does that shit mean? When your skin look like my brother, they slide salt packs in your jeans. Watch your friends, let them see and hear what you want them to witness. They get drunk and go back and tell all your fucking business. People be like, hippie chill, why you always somewhere tripping? Cause this liquor got me looking at my niggas.
The money was getting good, man. So the money good, you know, that money get good. Everybody just, you know, you got so much build up inside you, and there's different types of spirits in you, man, and the spirits that get exposed when you feed them. You know, and just like you drinking alcohol, you smoking, you can feed them spirits in those ways. And I started feeding those spirits, and one of them spirits was greed. So I started turning to a different person. It wasn't even that James, you know what I'm saying? I already was angry, so that I was on go on all times mode on that. So what the hustling part doing was feeding that spirit of greed, and so it was taking over me, becoming a different person.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a break and show you a clip right here, but it's a man by the name of Charleston White. I'm gonna show you this clip real quick, and you tell me what you think.
All right.
Yeah, they were raping other inmates. You know, white boy coming in there. You know, white boy keep a target on his ass in jail. Especially if he trying to be with the niggas. They go trick him out his booty. They go force him out of it, cause he wanna hang with us. But back in my day, man, the sex offenders got raped. The sex offenders got preyed on. It wasn't homosexuality wasn't as out in the opening, so they got a sneaking rape. You know, cause we wasn't accepting of it. But yeah, niggas like Jerry Hayes and some old nigga were down there fucking shit out them sex offenders.
Okay, so Charleston White discusses that he watched dudes get raped. Knows about dudes getting raped. You ended up moving and transitioning from hustling into the prison system. Was that a real big thing there?
What the rape part?
People getting raped.
Sexual assault, they called it.
Yeah,
it's a thing that goes on, but you know, I'm not gonna defeat what he said because different prison system is different. You know, and you know where I was at Northwest and Northwest, you hear about it. You know, like he said.
But it ain't something you had to sit
there and watch. You ain't finna see it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see it. Yeah. Cause it's one thing an old homie told me, when you in prison, young man, you gotta keep blinders on. You walk straight. See something happen, you act like you don't see it and walk over it. That's times that you gotta walk over somebody that got beat up, stabbed, all that type of stuff. So God kept me on from a lot of stuff also. There's a lot of people that have different experience in prison. And cause one thing was my size helped me, then me being funny, so that was crazy. A lot of guys love that because you know most of the time guys crying in there. So you either crying or laughing.
Yeah.
So
and you kept their spirits up.
Yeah. So I try to kept being myself, even though I was angry in there, very angry. But no, you don't see a lot of that, man. They you know, you park and hear some at late at night or something like that, or something going on, and somebody owe money, and man, there's some things that goes on that you don't see.
But you better mind your business.
Mind your business. You know, you learn them codes in the penitentiary, man. You mind your business. So I didn't see it. You know, I'm not saying he didn't see it or not. He probably did. You know, his experience was different. And but I hear about it. You see different guys. You can tell how they act from the time something else happened to them.
Change their life.
And man, they'll either turn to stone cold killers, or it defeats them, or they zombies. So it does happen.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The reason I ask that question is because we see a lot of the youth out here right now, seemingly with no guidance, no structure. They against all authority. They don't want to be told right from wrong. But I don't think they realize what prison will do to them.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a place for nobody. I don't say it's a place for nobody. To me, I don't think it's a rehabilitative system. I think it just destroys people.
It's either gonna make you
rising all the way up.
Make you stronger with God, it's gonna break you down. And most of the time it does both. Man, that was one of the worst experiences I think I ever been through. It woke me up on a lot. I understand a lot, things I took for granted in life. I get a lot of people ask me a lot of things what's going on there, but man, it was a different experience from a guy that never got in trouble. First time getting in trouble, went straight to prison. So it was a humbling experience, but it was rough. You know, you see different things from people, childhoods that, you know, I learned stuff, you know, doing therapy and there with drug programs. The guys was getting raped with 9, mama putting dope in them, parents putting dope in them when they 9 years old. They started doing dope at 9, selling at 9, tricking at 10 and stuff like that. So you understand why they mental is that way, why they keep doing things. Because
they were groomed
for it. They was groomed for it. They never had the structure and stuff. And I had the structure. It's just a bad choice. You know, anybody can make a bad choice, can lead you to prison. People don't understand. I met guys that never did nothing, but there's guys DUI, and that's in prison. And they in Tennessee, you in the melt, we all together. So you end up with killers, drug dealers, child rapists, everything in one thing. You ain't in a drug program and just being there with, no, you in there with killers. So it's different, and these young guys I be trying to talk to every time I get a chance, man. That's what I'm trying to do, just go around and tell my story, my testimony. But I met a lot of young guys that got 25 to 51 years sentence. That's 18, haven't seen nothing, haven't been through nothing, and came to prison. It wasn't a youth thing, and came to them, put them on the main compound when they're 18. And when you put them on a compound with nothing but wolves, they're not going to win. They either going to join the gang or they're going to be triggered. And that's how it happened. And I seen they be gang members, and they just don't know. All they do is don't get respected because they're joining in prison, so they're already going to get crossed out. So most of the time they'll cross them out, send them out to do something. You have a young man have a 3-year sentence, and by the time he poke on somebody with a butcher, now he got a 51-year sentence. Just to try to be...
Because he got to earn stripes.
You got to earn stuff. You got to do certain things to be in certain things. So you put yourself in that position, but these young people don't understand, man, that you got a chance and you got a choice to make the right decision. And prison is not where you want to be, man, because it's a mental thing, man. They have you locked down so much, man. And man, I remember what Pop used to talk about, staring at the walls, hearing the inmates beat on doors, crying. I hear that. You hear that every night. You know, I had a cellie, man, that was a great young man, man. I got to meet. I believe God put me in his life to understand, show him there's different ways in life. But this man got 200 years.
200 years?
What you gonna do with 200 years? He been in prison already since he was 18. He was 29. He already did over 10. He still got 200 years.
200.
So what you think his mental?
How do you even get sentenced that much? I wonder how they even come up with numbers.
Man,
well, I guess it's the same. As when
they over sentence a lot, man.
Yeah, they
you know
over
what I'm saying? It always been that way. I read a lot, so if I knew what I know now, I would never make the decision what I was doing because it's all the trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It's trap. They groom us from elementary to what's named for prison. Everything you see kids is doing in elementary, middle school, high school. But really, elementary, middle school, we do in prison. We got to walk in the line, tucked in, all that stuff. You get written up. Remember, you get written up for that? Like that's prison.
I know.
So it's mentally already got you there. And we so trapped of young black men. We are trapped for that system. And it's that's why us older guys should be more reaching out to these young guys, because most of the young guys, only reason why they're acting out, they don't know how to like I was
move,
man. Not that to just tell you what's going on in their heart, but tell you what's really going on.
Being vulnerable.
Big bro, I'm hurt. Instead of saying big bro, but we groom, we raised them not to show emotion. That's what most men is raised not to show emotion. No pride, don't show that, don't cry. People don't understand. Yes, guys right now crying in their room, crying before they get in the house. When they walk in the house, they got to show this. They tired, mentally tired. So they break you down in prison. They break you down from that mental part and all that.
Right.
And the bitches ain't no different. When you pay, they pay attention. When you broke that Alakazam, it poof, Russ David blames assistant. My soul tried to tell my mind, but my body wasn't listening. Cause the black hole got me hopping in and out different dimensions. But I came back with some pimping, with diamond drill precision.